This conference will now be recorded.
So today we'll discuss about the remaining things, images, okay, the volumes, all those things. Just AMI. Okay. So I think already knows what is the AMI. This is image. It's the image. So we can create our custom image. Okay. So we'll see. AMI. So a pre-configured package template required to launch an issue instance includes an operating system, software packages, some storage type, all those things. And imagination images are used to auto scaling. Auto scaling we'll discuss later. So you can create your own AMS. So we can create our own custom AMS that we will see. So or we can select the community provided AMIs or something. And we try to launch any instance. Launch instance. Here you can see my AMIs, AWS Marketplace, community AMS. So community AMS free, so free to use. Okay, so no charge here. We can use them freely. So my AMS is our custom AMS. We can create our custom AMS that we'll discuss. AWS Marketplace. Pay to use. Okay, this is not free, so we have to pay. Generally comes packaged with additional licensed software. For example, take in an application. For example, so take Tomcat. If you want to use Tomcat web server or application, what we have to do? We have to create one server. First, I have to create the so first I have to create server. So then just I have to download, install, so then configure that one your whatever Tomcat your application configure your application. And if you have something in license and all, so just buy license. So these things we have to know. If you want to use any application, any application. So if you want to use any application, first we have to create a server and we have to download, install the application and configure the application, and we have to buy the license stuff, all those things and all, right? Same thing. If you go here, marketplace, it's kind of ready-made. You will get your application stuff. So it's kind of like a fully packaged or fully configured, installed, or fully packaged, licensed based applications, based servers. Here you don't want to do anything. This AMS, okay, so fully. So it was packaged with additional and licensed software. So just use this AMS and create a server. That's it. So you don't want to configure, you don't want to install, you don't want to download any application. The license and all, nothing is there. So you would think they will take care of it. This is kind of like ready-made for any application. If you want, we can buy from the marketplace. This is not free. Okay, we have to pay the money. You can see the cost also. Here we can see. Take any one application. Okay, so you can see some cost and all. Okay, Uday?
Yes, understood.
Okay, so just provide this timing and also creating a server, downloading, installing configuration. So okay, and integration some application, that buying license, all to avoid this all headache and you can go to the ready-made servers, ready-made images. Okay. So in this image, everything it was there. The installation, configuration, for example. So you got Tomcat. You can see here Tomcat something. Okay, Tomcat certified by Bitmoney. So there are some servers. Okay, security by Tomcat 9 on Windows servers. Okay, if you use this image, okay, with this image, so here you don't want to install, download, configure all this stuff and all. Everything will come like ready-made. Just create a server with this image and use your application, whatever you want. Okay, so almost okay. So if you go here, so you can see here. Okay, so like categories, infrastructure, software 25. Just remove the Tomcat. Just refresh. We can find the categories also. So whatever categories we have, all those things you can see here. Okay. So the features softwares also. So infrastructure softwares, this many products we have. Developer tools, this many. Business softwares, this many applications. Okay, so you can find. Okay, so network infrastructure, this many products. OS, this many products. Security, this many products they have. For example, so I want to use any something backup and storage product. You can see that thing. NetApp, I think already knows what is the NetApp. Okay, the NAS. So you NetApp, right? So you NetApp in the for AWS. So just like it's kind of ready-made image. So you can use this image for NetApp infrastructure. So no need to download, install, configure NetApp, all those things and all. Okay, it will come like pre-configured all those stuff and all. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram.
Okay, so community MIs, these are free to use. Just these are the basic images. Basic images. So these are free to use. My MS here we can create our custom images. Just quick start. These are the just quick start. Now I will create my image. Okay. How to create our custom image? Any idea?
Uh, you have to launch EC2 instance, then you have to configure softwares and all, and
Yeah.
then in action you can create your AMI for
Yes.
that particular EC2.
Yes.
So
So
can
I'm
we
launching
create
one
AMI of my own server,
yeah, you can.
on-premise server?
On-premises server, yeah. But you have to migrate to AWS. Yes, you can. You have to but
Okay,
you have to
okay.
you have your
So
on-premises server to AWS.
is there any application
For what?
for creating that image of that on-premise server?
No. Here first you have to migrate.
Okay,
Once you migrate, automatically it will create one AMI.
okay, okay,
Here, if I migrate my the on-premises virtual server to AWS, automatically it will create the one AMI and one snapshot.
okay, okay,
I will show you okay, that in that one we will discuss in our Mac class. Okay, I will show you that
okay,
practically.
okay, okay, okay.
So just I'm creating one each instance. Just log into server. Just okay, just I launched just normal server from here. So as per my requirement, so my okay, so project requirement, client requirement. So I can install all the basic, all the common packages or common things, the common stuff. Okay. If it's in production, right? So we'll use some common things, right? Some web servers, some directories, some folders, some okay, some storage, some networking. We'll have some common things for all the servers. For example, in my production, I have 1,000 servers. In all 1,000 servers, we'll have some common stuff. Common stuff. What we will do in this server, I will configure all my common stuff. The standard packages, common packages. That I will create folders, files, users, usernames, some scripts, some application, just common things, whatever I need for my project. Okay. For example, just assume that I will create some directories. You can see here I created just some directories. Okay. In production, what we will do, we will install some applications, we will configure, we will integrate, and we will upload some scripts, some files, and directories, and some storage, network, all basic things. Whatever we need for our production, all the basic things, all the common things, the standard things, we will configure in one server. Okay.
Yes, got it.
Okay. Just for example, I'll just assume that. So okay, here okay. So here I install something like install, configure something. Like I created test 1, 2, 3 enter. What I will do, I'll go here. I'll start my server. I'll stop my server. Stopping. Just stop it. Just wait for just few minutes. Okay, stop. So instance image. Let's see here image. Create image. So the description there. Okay. Upon reboot, you can choose the stuff. Okay. This is the value, the basic value. Storage. The storage we'll discuss later. Create image. AMS. It was yeah. It is creating. It's creating. Yes, yeah, what I did, I created one server. Okay, just assume in my production there is some common things, common stuff like the standard packages, some common applications in all the servers. In all the servers across my production, there will be some common stuff, some common scripts, common applications, common usernames, groups, some passwords, some scripts, and some file names, directories, something, some common things. Okay, what I did, all the common things, all the standard things, I installed here. I configured all those things in my Linux servers as a Linux admin. Okay, then what I did, so I created image for this. Okay, image. I took image. Okay, image means now I have an image. I have an image. In future, whatever request I will get to create new server, whatever request I will get to create a new server, to launch new servers, I will create new servers from this image. From this image, I will create the new server from this image. If I create my new server from this image, all this stuff, whatever is it is there in my existing server or image, all those things here I can see that common things are the common things under. Okay, so the common things. Here the additional things as per your application, based upon your application, the additional things here you can install if you want. This is my additional things. All common things, same thing here you can see. X, okay. Apart from this common things, if you want to install any additional things, any extra packages, extra applications, scripts, that's it. So you can do it as per your requirement. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Yes, got it.
So now I have one my image. You can see is available. So I can I can create server from this image. You can see launch. You can select launch. And as usual, go instances, launch instance. You can see here my AMS. In my AMS, you can see my image. I can select my image in production, right? In production. Oh, not in all production, in my production. So this image, my AMI. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This image, we will call golden image. In my production, I don't know whether in our production they will call what they will call. In my productions, we will call that this is golden image. Golden image. But because in this image, so I have all my common stuff, whatever need for my production, whatever I need for my production. So all the stuff, the common stuff, all okay, all those things I have in this image. So we will call this image golden image. Okay. Whenever I will get new request to create the new servers, then I will create my new servers using my golden image. So select here as usual, whatever the type you need. So these things we will discuss later. All these things and this already we know all these things and so as storage we'll discuss later. Tags to tracking purpose. So security groups already we know security groups. Just review, launch. Okay, so if I log into this server, in this server, I can find my existing data. This is my new server. I'm logging to my new server. You can see here, so the same data whatever I had in my previous server, existing server, same data I can see here also. This is my common things, my common okay, those things. Here, if I need any additional something, additional packages, applications, that stuff under additional stuff, I can install. Okay, I can install here. These are just my common things across all my production servers.
Understood.
Okay, right. So like this, we can create the images. Okay. In the future, if I get any request to create a servers, I will create my new servers using this image, okay, using this image. So you can see here images owned by me, public images, private images. This image is owned by me. You can see owned by me. Private images, just same thing. Okay, the same image will look as a private image also. public. These are the public images across AWS. Okay, across AWS, just these are the public images. You can see here. So how much? 36,000 in Mumbai region. These are public images. If you want, you can use these images. And yes, so some of them from the marketplace means this is not okay. Marketplace means we have to buy, and we have to buy. You can see here marketplace is a public image. Means no anyone can use, anyone can access these public images. For example, now I have my image. So actions, modify image permissions. You can see here. If I want, I can make it private or public also. So and same thing I can say to some other account also. For example, I have production, non-production accounts. I can say my production image to non-production account also if I required. Here I can mention that my non-production account, I can give the access to them. Means they can access the same image in non-production. They can create the new servers using this same image. Okay. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram.
If I want to, I can make public. So then anyone can use it. Anyone can use public image. I'm canceling. You can see here launch Windows spot request, the spot instances. If you want to request spot instance, you can request. Delete. Register new image means from this image, using this image, I can get one more image. Like this kind of okay. Using the same image, I can create one more new image. What is the copy AMI? Any idea?
Copy AMI from one place to another place.
Means one place to another place means?
Region, one region to another region.
Yes, exactly. So now I am in Mumbai. In Mumbai region, okay, I have one image in Mumbai region. You can say in Mumbai region. If I want, I can copy this image to my some other region. Okay. For example, something take Singapore or take in North region, anything, anyone. So okay, the same. If you want, you can change the name, description, inscription that we will discuss later. You can copy. Means you can copy, see one image to from one region to other region. In that region also, you can use this image. Okay. Just if you want, you can try it. It will copy. Mumbai to so North Virginia here in this case. So modify the image permissions, modify boot volume settings. Boot volume settings, okay, that we'll discuss in storage. So that is the images. So community MS better use generally with GCMS, you are just selecting the OS you want. Marketplace better use generally comes packaged with additional license software. My MS, we can create our custom MS. Okay, so these are the AMS images. So bundle tasks we'll discuss later. So any questions?
No question, Ram.
So bundle tasks we'll discuss later. Just simple thing. Just 5 minutes. Now we'll see values. This is very important. Just I will delete my image. Okay. So here right. Value okay. Instances. Here you can see. So while creating instance, right? While creating instance, so okay, here we are attaching one value also, that root value. This thing, one for each instance, for each and every instance, we are attaching. We should attach at least the one root value, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So here I am attaching the root values, at least the root values. Okay. Means I have, you can see here that all values, all values. Okay, you have some values and AMIs. You have some AMIs. Just guess technically where my AMIs and values will store. Where it will store?
Sorry.
Yeah, technically where it will store my AMIs or these values, where it will store in backend.
S3.
Yes, sir, exactly. In interview they will ask. Okay, all your AMIs. I think
Yes.
snapshot values in backend it will store in S3. This is very important question in interview. They will ask in interview.
Yes. So
So
almost everything that is stored in Amazon is ultimately stored on S3 itself, na?
no, only AMIs, values, snapshots, the instances and the hardware, right? Instances
Yes.
and hardware.
Yes.
AMIs, volumes, snapshots and all. Okay, in backend it will store in S3.
Even DB backup also stored on S3, right?
DB backup.
Yes. Database, this RDS backups and all,
Yes,
that is also stored on it.
yes, all snapshots. Snapshots kind of backups only, right? Yeah, all
Yes. Yes.
snapshots. EC2
Correct.
snapshot, database snapshots, all backup things on that to store in S3 in backend.
But only thing is that we cannot access it directly.
Yes, we can't access directly. Yeah.
Yes. Correct.
I'll remove these things. I'll forget later. Okay, right. So now we'll start to values. Okay, so here while creating an instance, so you will get one option. Next, storage. Font is changed. Open new console. Font is changed. Okay, open new console. His value is very important. Okay, so you should remember all these things. In the interview they will ask whatever values are there, what is difference, all those things. But it's some difficult only, but more theory. Okay, you should remember. Okay, I will try to create one instance. Select any one instance to add storage. Here you can see. So here, so we can add the storage. Your instance will be launched with the following storage device settings. You can attach additional EBS. I'll tell you what is EBS. Additional values and instance store. I'll tell you what is EBS and what is instance store values. Your instance. This is the like storage types, different storage types. Your instance, I'll edit the settings of root value, something. Okay. So here we can attach our storage, our values. These are the values. Okay, values. By default, it will attach the root value. I think you know what is the root value. This is the device name. Storage, you can whatever you want based upon your value type. Based upon depends upon your value type. Here you can choose that value. For example, I need if you want 100 GB, you can 100 GB. Based upon this value type. Okay, we'll discuss. So I have this is like no that performance input output per second. That performance. So of course, just you can see here. If I click this thing, it will the root value. This root value will delete. If you terminate your instance, automatically this root value also it will delete. If you click this thing, if you don't click, then if you delete your instance, this value will not delete. Then manual you have to delete. Okay. Encryption by default root values we can't encrypt by default. We can encrypt using third-party tools. There was the third-party tools, BitLocker something and that. So using BitLocker some third-party tools, we can encrypt. Okay. In AWS by default we can't encrypt the root values, but using third-party tools we can encrypt. So here you can see if you want to attach any additional storage, so you can click on the additional values here. You can select whatever you want. These are storage types we'll discuss. Right. You can see here values. EBS, Elastic Black Store. You can see Elastic Black Store. These are the EBS values, Elastic Black Stores. Storage. So Elastic Black Store. So values are persistent, meaning that they can live beyond the life of the issue instance they are attached to. Same thing. Yeah, right. So yeah, I will explain you. For example, I have one instance here, one server instance, one server. I can create the one EBS value, Elastic Black Store value, Elastic Black Store value. Okay, and I can attach this value to my server. So here I have some data, this data. Whatever the applications, the data, all logs and all. This data I can store into this value. After attaching my EBS value to my server, the server, okay, so which is in my the data which is in my server, all those data I can store, I can save into this EBS values. Right, I think we know this concept.
Yes.
Okay. So for example, if this thing just crashed or corrupted, my server something due to some, because of some issue is corrupted or crashed, so then no issues. All my data I have in this value. In this value, I can attach same value to other server, other running server. So I can access my data here in this server. So, but that is kind of backup purpose. Okay. If your server crash or corrupted, so you don't need to bother about it. So the same value you can attach to any running instance. In that instance, you can find the same data. You can access the same data. All these things I will show you practically. And one more thing. So this is my EBS value. This is EBS value. This is my server. I can attach like this. If I want, I can detach from here and I can attach to some other server. As per my requirement, I can detach from this server, and same value I can attach to some other server. Here at a time we can't attach to multiple servers. The same EBS value, one EBS value, we can't attach it to multiple values at the same time. If you want to attach, just detach from one and attach to some other one. Okay, that's it. So okay, so in same time I can't attach same value to multiple servers at a time. Okay, Uday?
Yes, got it.
Okay. In EBS values, I have some different types. Like I have some 5 types based upon my application criticality. I can use the different types and the 5 types that we'll see. The size also, I think, is depends upon my that type instance, the volume type. So the maximum space is 16 terabyte. Maximum size is okay. I can get up to 16 terabyte based upon my type. We'll see. So EBS vessel persistent, just first already we discussed the first just now, meaning that they can live beyond the life of the instance they are attached to. These are the NAS concept, meaning they can be attached to or from various servers. the NAS concept. However, they can only be attached to one server at a time. We can take the snapshots also, like backup. Or for our values, we can take the snapshots, values also. Sorry, snapshots or backup. We can take it. Just for the performance, that how many things that okay, so KBs, so that input output for seconds, all those things are done. So that we will see. Yeah. So and we have like if you see if you launch an instance, take any instance, you can see root value. So root value we have three types: general purpose, provision IO magnetic. The root value we have three types. Based upon your application criticality, whatever you want, you can use it. The additional EBS values, EBS elastic black store. We have five types: general purpose, provision IOPS, core HDD, throughput optimized, magnetic. Okay. This thing you have to remember. There is no shortcut, no any other option. You have to remember all these five types. EBS we have five types: general purpose, provision IOPS, core, throughput, magnetic. Root values we have three types: general purpose, provision, magnetic. EBS five types: general purpose, provision, core, throughput, magnetic. Okay. These five types you have to remember in interview. Definitely 100% they will ask.
Okay.
Any questions? Any?
No questions. Generally, what type of volume we use? SSD only, right?
No, depends upon your application criticality. For normal applications, we will use the GB2. This GB2. For medium applications, normal applications, we will use the GB2. For example, if you are using any high-end databases, like high-end databases or high-end applications, like machine learning, IoTs, or machine learning, that AI, or any live telecasting or any huge databases, then you will go for these things. Okay, the provision IOPS or the
Provision.
throughput code. Yeah, that depends on your criticality. It is. I will show you these things. Documentation. Okay, here you can see. I think you know what is the SSD and HDD, solid state drives and hard disk drives. General purpose, provisioned, throughput, cold. So this GP2, actually we call GP2. GP2 will use for the so balance price and the performance for wide variety of workloads. For normal standard things for medium ranges, we'll go for the GP2. Provision IOPS for highest performance, the SSD file for mission critical low latency, high throughput workloads. For example, you can see here GP2 recommended for the system boot volumes, virtual desktops, low latency, okay, so interactive apps, development and test environments. For IOPS, the provision IOPS, critical business application that you can read later also. Okay, you can see it. Large databases such as MongoDB, like huge applications, and all, you will go for provision IOPS. Throughput optimization, same thing. Okay. Just later you can go through this thing. Okay. I will ping this link to your GoToMeeting chat. Very important. Yeah, you don't want to tell them all these exact things, but at least something you have to tell in interview. Definitely they will ask, what are the types of the DBS values? Five. Okay, what are the five? You tell all these five. Then they will ask, what is the use of that five instance, the five values, that five types. So at least something we have to tell. I'm bringing
Okay,
this
Ram.
link to your GoToMeeting chat. There's no any other option, no shortcut. You have to remember these things. At least something, at least 35%. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram.
You can see it for the streaming, that live telecast, the big data, data warehousing, the log processing, for that and all. So you can go for that throughput HDD, cold HDD. So you can see here cold HDD. So the scenarios where the lowest storage cost is important. So those things are will go for these things and all. So later you can go through it. Size you can see here 1 GB to 16 TB, 4 GB to 16 TB. The size. This is the performance input output for seconds. In interview, they'll ask what is the IOPS? What is the IOPS for GP2? Then you have to tell these things. Okay. Definitely they'll ask you. Okay. What is the number of what is the IOPS number for GP2, or what is the number of that IOPS for the your provision IOPS? Then you have to remember these things. At least that some similar numbers. Okay. So later you can go through it. So just remember at least 30 to 40%. Here the magnetic. Previous generation workloads, weight, and is infrequently accessed. Standards, just size, IOPS. Just spend half an hour and try to note down some important points. This are IOPS and the use cases, and IOPS. Just try to note down some notes and try to remember before going to interview. It's very, very important,
Yes.
right? In my documentation, if you see, I have only the three types only: general purpose, revision, and magnetic. So that's why I given this link to you. Just follow this documentation. It's very clear. That option documentation very, very clear. And try to read FAQs also. Don't forget FAQs. Right. So
Yes.
that's the thing. Here you can see for additional values, okay, we can encrypt. We can encrypt. You can see you can encrypt using that. Okay, so whatever. Okay, so the request we will discuss later. So we'll discuss later. Just leave it. We'll discuss later. Right. Now what I will do, I will create server as well ready hat. If you want to test, you can test Windows also. Okay, if you want to test, you can test Windows also. Why? Because in my case, I don't know Windows anything. I don't know single command in Windows. That's why I'm not showing any demo on Windows servers. If you know any Windows commands and all, then you can proceed with Windows also.
Okay, okay. Even I don't know window.
Yes, that's why. Okay. So as usual, so creating one server, all traffic. Anyway. Okay, now I created one server. Okay, so you can see here, you can see here the devices. Root value, I have only one value, that is root value. Both black device and produce, I have only one, that is device one. Okay, so I will try to log in the server. 10:20. Okay, we'll finish by 11. Okay, so this demo. Okay, right. I think we know all these commands. Definitely. You can see, so my root value. Yeah, You can see here. I only you can see here that device name. Here I can see dev xvda. Here I can see dev sda1, dev sda1. Here you can see dev xvda. Same, both are same, but the naming format, will be different in your console in the OS level, but both are same.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Yes, yes, understood.
I think he knows all these commands. Okay, so I think if you go for cd slash dev, you can see here. So all my that XVD, all these things are done. Okay, right. So now what I will do, I will create one volume. So with the 3 GB. Okay, just enough for me. 3 GB. Here, as your requirement, whatever you want, I'll do videos these things now. As your requirement, whatever you want, you can choose. Okay, for my demo purpose, just I was choosing GB2 size 3 GB. So one more thing. Here, one more thing. This is my EBS. EBS. This is my server. Okay, this is my server. This both should be in same availability zone. Okay, same availability zone. This both should be my EBS value, my server should be in same availability zone. Then only I can attach. I can attach. Then only I can attach. If it is different availability zones, I can't attach. Okay. This both should be the same availability zones. Then only I can attach my EBS to my servers. If you want, you can try. You can create in different available zones. In EBS value, one available zone, and your server is in different available zones. You can test if you want.
Okay.
So now I will check is where my server is in. My server is in so AP South 1A, AP South 1A. So I will create my EBS value also same available South 1, so AP South 1A. If you want, you can create different available zones. You can test it. It will not work out. You can't attach. I'm creating both are same. Snapshot editing, that just leave it, we'll discuss. Encryption, just leave it, we'll discuss later. Create value, done. Okay. So now I will attach. So attach to your running instance. This is my running event demo one. I'll attach to. So my running instance. The device name, whatever you want. So okay. In this range, you can use that just that letter. In Windows, it will use D, E, F, Z, K, L, something like that. Same thing here also. You can use the letter, whatever letter you want. In this range. In this range. So I just leave it. I'm leaving default. If you want, you can change the letter if you want. Attach. Now you can see it is in use. In use means it is attached to some instance. Some instance. If it is not attached, then you can see it available. Available. That again I will show you. So I forgot to show you. Go instance. Take your instance. So you can see now. Means I attached my one EBS value to my server. Okay.
Yes.
EBS KFML. So you can see now. This is my root. This is my root value. This is my ISL value. You can see the 3 GB DF, the text DF, the 3 GB.
Okay.
Now my hard disk is kind of hard disk. The value, the EBS value. From here, as usual, as a Linux admin, as usual. The LVM. Okay, so LVM, as usual. I think you know what the LVM and
So I know.
so okay, yes, F disk. Just I am creating that. Okay. What is the N? default, give default. I'm giving all default. Done. So that W done. Oh, yep, this definition. Okay. Now just the basic. I done. I think you know all these commands. So basic
Yes.
that part. I done. So FS. So format. Make FS. What's the command? Make FS. XFS.
Yes. And correct.
Command.
Yes, correct.
I think it should. Yes, it's done. Sorry. So create anyone directory. So wherever you want, wherever you want. So create one directory. So make directory. AWS. Then mount. Just mount. You can see here I mounted. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll switch to my AWS. So touch. Okay, Uday, any questions as of now?
No question at all. First class.
No. I stored my some data. Just assume some data, some applications, some data in my mount point, in my value. Okay, here. AWS is my mount point. Okay, so here I stored my data in so my value. Okay, my value. If you want, so I will unmount. You mount. You mount. I unmounted. So again I will create make directory something DevOps. I'll go again. I'll mount to my DevOps. I can see same data. First, go to DevOps. I can see the same data. Because
Yes, Ram.
okay, right. So unmounted. Now what I will do? So I will remove this. Just assume that if I want, just assume that okay. So this server crashed or corrupted, something happened, or if okay. So something happened. Okay, I'm deleting. Just terminate it. Now you can see here. Okay, still it is deleting. Just assume something happened to my server. It is crashed or corrupted something. Okay. Still I have my value. You can see demo EBS 3 GB value. Now it is available. Available means it is free. It is idle. In use means it is attached to some other instance. Okay. Now what I will do? I will create new instance again. I will attach my existing value to my new instance. So in my new instance, I can see the my existing data. New value, just leave. Okay. Here we can't attach. So add equity group, custom, launch.
So maximum how many volumes you can attach to EC2?
There is some limit. I said you right. One limit. So that limit we have to refer that documentation.
Okay.
Each and everything there is some limit, default limit. So 6 5 and all we can. If you want to 30 40, then we need to check whether it's possible or not. The limit, the default limit, we have to check in the documentation. 2 3 4 5 6 and all, so no issues. If you want 30 40 100 and all, then I don't know whether the limit how much the default limit. We can check that in documentation. So now here I have created new server. Okay, you can see what I will do. I have my existing value, right? See, okay, my existing value. I will attach this existing value to my new server. My new server. That type the letter whatever letter you want, you can attach. I will log into my new server. So as you know, here you can see, yeah, this California. I can see my new value. Already you are formatted. So yes, no need to again, no need to format all those things under. I think you knows all these things. Okay, directly we can mount something. Yeah. Mount. H. You can see here, mounted. Citizen. I can see the same data. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Okay.
So like this, you can work on the EPS values. Okay, so you can mount, unmount, that all those stuff and that. Right. So okay, so 10:30. So we have half more hour. Okay, we'll discuss. Any questions in that in EPS values? Any questions?
No questions as of now.
Okay, so just you can refer these things. This is very important. Okay. At least just try to remember these use cases. These use cases when you will use all these things, and just at least no need to remember all this stuff and at least 1 or 2 points for each value. But it's difficult to remember. But just try to remember. Okay, somehow.
Okay.
So this values right here you can see value. Okay, here what I will do, I will. I will remove this my EVS value. Means I will terminate. So now you can see I terminated my server value. Now it is the available status. Available means it is free. It is in idle. In use means it is used to it is attached to some other instance. In production, what we will write? So maybe daily or weekly once or weekly twice, and we will check whether it is any available instances. Sorry, available values. Any values in available status. If you need, we will keep. Otherwise, we will delete it. Why? Because it is available means we are not using. Here we have to pay. Here I have created one value with 3 GB. If you use, if you don't use, if you use 1 MB, if you use 10 MB, 1 KB also, you have to pay bill for 3 GB. Here, right? For example, here I created one value with 3 GB. Just take it 10 GB, 10 GB. In this 10 GB, I have used only 1 KB. If you use 1 KB or 0 KB, nothing. So you have to pay bill for 10 GB. Okay. Here it is unavailable. It is in idle status. If you not required, if you don't require this value, just go ahead and delete it. Okay, just go ahead and delete it to save cost and all. Okay. Before deleting, but we have to check. We have to check whether it is required or not. Something you can check some name or no or note something. If you go here, something is there. Okay, some value. Okay, you could check your okay, so that your production some template, there will be some templates, some sale points, some information like whether it is required or not, something. So you can check and you can delete. You can delete it if it is not required. You can delete it to save the cost. For example, here I have 1,000. Make it 100 values, 100 available values, 100 available. Then what you will do? Manually, it's very difficult. So manually, right? We have to search all these things and all and click all manual things. Remove. It's very difficult, right? Then we'll go for the scripting. Python. We'll go for the Python scripting. Python scripting. That I will. That Python scripting. Right now, I don't have. I will take some from my production somewhere, and I will use it. That scripting. For example, here, right? So we can automate. We can automate. We can automate. So like in daily basis or weekly basis we can automate that Python script. It will find any available state values and it will delete automatically.
Okay.
Because same thing here also you can find here. AMIs. AMIs also same thing. For example, assume that here I have some AMIs, 100 AMIs. Okay. But I don't want to mention all AMS. I want to mention only few AMS. So like a golden AMS, some only few, only 10 to 50, 10 AMS. I want the other, the 90 AMS, and not required. To do it manually, it's very headache, right? Very headache to do it manually. And same here also, we'll go for the scripting. We'll automate. So like we'll so that okay. So using scripting and all, we will delete all our old AMIs or old that values any available state values, unused values. We will delete. We'll automate using Python script.
Yes, got it.
The script right now I don't have. I will use it. So
And that script is executed using AWS CLI, right? Okay. Lambda.
Yeah. I'll show you. Okay, so that is the AMIs and values. Snapshots, I think just backup up your values. Backup up your values, snapshots. Okay, so snapshot we'll discuss later. So sorry, we have one more thing. Insta store. Now we discuss EBS values, right? So we have one more value. Insta store value. Insta store value. It's very simple. Snapshot, just leave it snapshot. We'll discuss later. So we'll discuss the Insta store value. One is EBS, one is Insta store value. Insta store values are virtual devices whose underlying hardware is physically attached to the host computer that is running the instance. So if you request instance provider, what they will do? So this is your instance, right? Your instance. So okay, the instance will be in the one host. What they will do? They will attach some physical devices to your host in backend in the data center. In the data center, so they will attach some physical devices or storage devices to your host. Instance storage volume are considered empirical data. Means the data and the values only exist for the duration of the life of the instance. Just you can read this thing. Empirical data, meaning the data and the values only exist for the duration of the life of the instance. Once you restart, stop and start, your data will be erased. You can see it. Once the instance stopped or shut down, the data is erased. You can't recover if you don't have backup. The instance can be rebooted and still, if you reboot, nothing will happen. If you reboot, nothing will happen. If you restart or shut down, you will lose your data. It's very dangerous. So we will only for non-production, not for production. We use only for non-production or some dev or something. For production, we will not use this type of values. By mistake also, if you restart, if you reboot, or not reboot, if you restart, if you shut down by mistake also, or some your service crashed or corrupted, then you will lose your data. Okay, Uday?
So what is the use case of this?
Noise production. So for example, you have some data. It is not. If you assume the data is not important, then you can go for these things. But non-production test and development. Okay. So if you don't have backup, you can't recover. I think okay. So you can't recover the data. But we will not use. If you want to use, then you can go for the non-production test and development, where your data is not important. If you lose your data also, no issues. So you can reproduce data. So those type of data you can save in instance storage values.
Yes, but why AWS is providing this option? Do there any cost benefit or performance benefit? Why instance store? Like,
Just they have an option. No. If you want, you can use. There's no like low cost. It's very costly. The physical device is very costly. So it is not like a low cost and performance also compared to the EBS. So the instance storage has like so low performance only, low performance. Just they have some data. So they have some options. Okay? They are given some. If you want, you can go for it.
okay.
Not like any performance. If you use instance storage, you will not get any high performance or low cost and all. So instance, launch instance, go here. You can see here. These things will support only EBS. You can see here. It will support only EBS. Only EBS. You come down. These things will support both EBS and instance store. These things. It will support both EBS and your instance value. It will support. Select anything. It is not free. Okay, it is not free. If you want to test, don't test. It is not free. It's very costly. MD5 large and this is very costly. Don't test. If you want, you can test, but so it's not required. But just I will show you. You can see here. MPML. Okay, so you can see here. You can select hardware encrypted. Add new value. So new value. If you want, you can EBS also both also. Same thing. If you go back, select any other thing. EBS only, EBS only, EBS only, EBS, EBS. You see these things. can see here. So here you can select whatever you want, value type and so you can use it. Okay, Uday, any questions?
No question, Ram. Great.
So in internet they will ask what is the difference between EBS and instance value. So it's very easy that you have to tell them. And so 10:45. Can we discuss snapshots? Snapshots, just 10 minutes.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, okay, fine. See, thanks. See you tomorrow.
Okay.